Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Typography design training. I believe we're doing great today. So right now, I want to help you solve all these issue of a markup. For those of us who are sending me complaint about how they are finding it difficult to run markup, editing markup on their smartphone. So I want to show you everything now and different style, different ways where you can come up with edit this markup on your Android smartphone. And I'm going to tell you the bad aspect of it. If after all this you are unable to run or process any markup on your phone, it means your device are so low in term of specification, so you need to get a better device. But fortunately, if you have the knowledge, you have the skills on how to run it, not that maybe you lack the skills, it's even if you are using a 2 gig RAM phone, there are some markup you can run on your phone, but not all markup. That is the one thing I want you to know. Not all markup can work on 2 gig RAM phone because that configuration is so low, so it will be very difficult to run some certain markup. So even if you don't know all the steps or everything, I'm going to teach you everything step by step. Even how to download some free markup, then use it. If you find it difficult to extract markup to your phone, how all those things work. So in two steps. So I'm going to teach you 2 ways on how you can run markup on your phone. Follow the process like a newbie. Someone who doesn't have any ideas about it at all. So how step by step, what are the things that you need out, then till are going to achieve everything. Forget, at times some people have a better device because they lack the knowledge and they are not patient enough. They don't know how the thing work, so they find it difficult to run the mockup. They all put blame on mockup at time or put blame on their devices, whereas they have a better machine which they can run the mockup. Though the mockup, transforming your logo or your design into a mockup, a template at times require you to have a good memory and a good RAM to make it more faster, but nevertheless you still need to understand how all these things work, because you can't tell whether it is you that you lack the skills, or it is the markup that is not working, or it is your devices. So without wasting much of our time, let's jump into this. So the first thing we need to do, I want to teach how to even make a logo first. So let's just go to our shape. So I'm making a logo now to make everything work well. So I'm going to have this. So after we are able to make our logo, the rest will be very simple. Okay, so having this particular shape, so after having that, then the next thing we need to do is to just go to the mask. Just faster, we don't need to cut out using a shape to cut it again. So I want to make it blend. Okay, so take it for instance, this will go like this. So let's have that, so that we can quickly adjust whenever it's necessary, so you can edit. As you can see, that's the essence of not using shape to cut it. Once you use shape to cut it, so it might be very difficult for you. So it will be very easy for me. After setting this, then I will go back to 3D, just have it not like this, have it upside down. Sorry, I don't want the size to be changed anywhere. So go to your 3D and you have it rotated. So I want to position that here. Perfect. So after that has been done, then the next thing I'm going to do is to just having the same thing, having this one here. But since I look at it that everything cannot just take this place, so I need to reduce the size. Sorry, reduce the size just as minimum as this. Then follow the previous process which I did, just as this. So after that has been done, you can copy this again. Sorry, copy this. Then we are going to, sorry, this is going to be here, but instead of it to make it that way, we are going to make it come like this. Now one thing that needed now is to go to our shape, have your shape being rotated just as perfect as this. Okay, just have your radius, then you position it here. Just measure the size, make sure that the thickness are almost the same thing. After you're able to do that, that one will fit in here. So I believe this is pretty cool. Okay, So we can increase a bit, adjust a little bit. So now this is perfect. So after that has been set, then the next thing we need to do after achieving that, just let me quickly adding my color to this. So we'll add the color first. So even let me just be adding the color the way we want it to be. Okay, so adding color to this. Then the next thing is to have this particular shape again. Then your stroke should be increased while you change the color to this to something like this, or let it be gradient. While you go to this, make it gradient as well. So having your gradient just as perfect as this. Okay, so we are going to position that here. So going back here and make this one the same way. So we are going to smudge this one inside to make it look real. Okay, so after we're able to make that one work, then the next thing, I'm still having bad feeling with this. I'll prefer it to be smooth. So what I'm thinking of is to just go to my mask, cancel the mask. Okay, so let's cancel the mask. After cancel the mask, we can go to eraser. Then you tap on cutout, tap on triangle like this. So you are going to spread this across. Then you can cut out the outer. So this is pretty cool. So let's quickly change and fix all this. So we are going to rotate since everything is now the same. So after rotating, we will have a let's move this to this side. If it is rotated a little bit, we can. Okay, it is not really. I think this is 180. This is perfect. So now we can reposition this here. So this should be cool here. Okay. So now I have this one cancel. Since we are indirectly working towards a villa. Okay. So we will have this. We will have this to be positioned around here. Then while we are going there with our let's go with our right tab where we have letter L. Then we want to use a font that will be able to go along with this. So let's look at the font we can use. So I'm thinking of using this. Okay, that will be perfect. Bold it if we take it, then increase the size a little bit, have a position around there. And if this want to be giving us issue, we can better still apply. Okay, we can better still apply uh the text. So now this is done, right? So you can have this one keep to this side first. So after that, turn on your grid, enable the grid well, then position it that way. Now you can arrange everything one after the other. So I'm position this here, while I will make sure that this one is somehow closer, but not as that closer. So since it is a villa, so I have to put letter L. Okay, put letter L here. I mean high, put letter high there. So this is pretty cool, right? So after that has been done, I'm thinking a villa is somehow overlapping. So now repositioning perfectly. So this is pretty cool. Now have this one position here, then you follow the trends. So make sure that it's really fitting. So after that has been done, you can position this around here too. Okay, good. So now you can now bring this one in to fit in at this junction. So you can look at it that the concept of this is more far better than the previous one. So after that has been done, then we can copy. So when you copy, position that here too. So at the tab corner, we are going to do the same thing there to make everything look awesome. So we position this and use rotate. Just rotating it. So when you rotate, you have it position around there as well. So which will be far better. Okay. But you make sure that everything really level up. So once we are able to do that, then the next thing we are going to do to make everything real, just going back to your gallery, So I have one prepared shape here, the leaves, which I'm going to position at the top of this Avila. So change the whole color, the whole color concept. So I'm decided to using a gradient here, but I need to just adjust some other stuff to make it rare. So by making the two color, make it more obvious, just as this. Then after that has been done, then the next thing I'm going to do, I will make sure that all these shape which are used to form the alphabet getting their own different colors. So look at it, and you have to make it more presentable. So it depends on how creative you are at this aspect, mixing the color together. So like for instance, the one we are using here, I need to just make it more deeper at the bottom, while the head will just look exactly the same way. Okay, or better still, let me test them one after the other, just for me to see how perfect they are. So after you are able to make use of that, you can head in directly back to your color bucket while you adjust and you make everything look more real. So we go to the third one. We are going to apply the same process until when we are able to be satisfied. Okay, you can be hiding them for you to be able to select the right one, so that the thing will not be convincing you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to make sure that this letter L gets its own breakfast by adding color to this. Okay, so we are going to select this, and when you look at the color mixture, everything seems to be what seems to be cool. So after that has been done, I'm going to I'm going to add everything up, just merge them. So after you make them, you can now release your grid. Now we have our logo being set. So once you are able to achieve this, the next thing we need to do, this is the name. Okay, we need to put the complete brand name. Okay, because this is a natural skincare. So Avila natural skincare. Okay, so we need to just go into the text area where we have our natural skincare pin typed. Okay, so put okay, put the text like that, and go to the font. When you get to the font, you think about the amazing fonts you can use. Let me teach you something about font selection, a little tips, and I believe that this one can help you a long way or the other. So what you need to do right now in selecting a specific font for your own brand is this. We normally think about fonts by studying them. Okay, now I want to we talk something about hierarchy. Hierarchy is when things is being given a respect in order of magnitude. Okay, it's like you're arranging an alphabet as they come first, A, B, C, D, or we say we have three people that is having different age. We have 1 year old baby, we have 2 years old baby, we have 3 years old baby. Then they now put 3, 2, 1 or 3, 1, 2. They now say arrange this in order of magnitude. It means in order of rank, hierarchy. So one must come first, or we talk in terms of people that arrive at the banking hall. The first person that came will take the first position, the second one will take the second position, while the third one will take the third position. But the three of them are sitting together. They now say arrange them in hierarchy as they come. You understand? It means FIFO, first in, first out. Anybody who came in will go first of all be attended to. So in arranging that, you have to give an hierarchy to them based on the specific purpose. The same thing applicable to this. When you look at the Avila, Avila is the main brand name that people or the owner of the brand really picture having set objective around it. The natural skincare is what Avila led to. Okay, Avila is all about natural skincare. So which means Avila need to what take, you look at Avila as the first position, something that happened first, something that came to the mind. Then Avila, the natural skincare, we play around this Avila we're talking about. So now the natural skincare have to take the second position, knock Avila. So what I'm saying in essence is this: if you decided to make this one more smaller, then you make this one more bigger. How is this sound? It sound unprofessional. But look at it when you say Avila. People will look at it. What is Avila all about? They are looking for it. That is what can prompt them. So Avila play around all this natural skincare. I believe you get that. Now let's move to fonts. Now, how can we now give an hierarchy to this? in terms of font. So I can't talk. I can't tell people that say Avila is this. How can I make my facial identity to communicate this? I can only do that through what? Through the size. I've made the size of the Avila to more what? More presentable and obvious. I've already made the color selection to be more attractive. That is one rank. Now the second rank will now be how can I give the natural skincare another style of font that will make it more obvious as well, because it need to be given an hierarchy too. So what I'm going to do is to think about the font that is what, that won't be hidden, that will be more obvious but not more than obvious as available. That's how I have to think about font. And in doing that, whenever you are making use of font, you can play around your font and see the one that is what, that is okay. So I'm always thinking about the Montserrat skin Mozilla font. So when you look at the Mozilla font will be able to go with that, but I won't make it to be more borders. Like what? Like Avila. So I need to make it like this. Then adding something to make it more presentable like as well by spacing. Okay, you have to space the alphabet. Understand? And anybody who says that will be able to what? Will be able to love it. So we just go in here and we change the color automatically. So let's make the color change. Okay, so we can change the color automatically and make it more presentable. Perfect. So now everything is seem to be cool, right? So now we have we have the logo, and this is how the logo look like. Okay, you don't make a logo, you don't make a crazy logo, started adding the phone number and all this to call it a customized logo. That is not logo anyway. Okay, but people do things the way they want. But from the concept of the logo, that is not logo. So now after you are able to add that, I believe you'll learn two things from here. The first thing is hierarchy, and the second thing how you can pair your fonts in a single click. Then after that has been done, we can head into the main business of the day, okay, where we are going to learn how to present our design on the markup. So we are going to do that right now. So and how can we do this? Very pretty simple. Let me tell you, before you can run a mockup on your phone, you need an application, okay. You need an application called Zeta That's the first thing. Let me pause this and redress it, okay. So as I was saying, welcome back guys. So in order to, if you actually want to run a markup on your Android smartphone, you need an application first called Archiver, okay. So let me show you how it look. So just go in here. Okay, let me turn on my data. Sorry. So you just need to come here to your Play Store, okay. Then search for application called Archive, and this is it pop up, and this is an application. Let me use that privilege to update it. Then you can see this application called Archive. So you need this application. After you are able to download this application on your phone, you will have this application to look like this, okay. You can see this is it. Okay, perfect. Now that's the first step. The second step is depend on the browser, but I would recommend you use Chrome browser. It works well and faster. You see, this application is done updating. Now, what can you do? Let's assume you don't have anybody to give you any link to download any mockup. Mockup, if you don't know what mockup is a template that you can use to showcase your design. If you want to showcase your design, make it more presentable, you use what we call a markup to show it. Look at the design I make now. If I want it to be in 3D, make it more presentable. This is more presentable too. But if I want it more presentable, I can place it on the markup. And that markup is a template. Anything we call a template is something designed already that you can make use of and put your own design there to make it more presentable. So now I want to go to the Chrome, read my Chrome browser. So now I don't know anything about the markup stuff. Then I want to type 3D mockup. You see 3D mockup PSD file. You can see PSD free download. You can see 3D logo mockup free download. Okay, so now I don't know anything and I just want to download one markup for me to be able to use it. So let me click on this. Okay, let me recommend one where you can go. let's go to free pick. Let's say let's head into free pick. So when you get to free pick, you will see a lot of markup there, even both the one with the free one and the one with the P1. Then how can you access them? So this one, what I'm looking at, I don't see that one, but let's say I think I don't like that. I don't want us, but I'm showing you how everything look like. You can see. But let's say I want to use the simplest one that you can actually understand without you, because all these mockup work in different way and their layers are so different. So let's say I want to use a 3D glass mockup. 3D glass mockup. I know the name. 3D glass mockup. You see PSD file. So I will just add free download at the back. Now I will see variety of these. So the one I'm actually looking for, I will definitely see it. If I don't see it here, I will see it somewhere else. Okay, because the reason why I'm searching Google is because Google will give me all the sites that is having that particular thing I'm looking for. Okay, so let's go to PSD soccer. This is another one. So this is the kind of a mock-up I'm looking for. Let's say I'm looking for this. I like it. What can I do with it? You see, I've opened it. I will just scroll down. Just scroll down. You can see download left facing version here. You see, this mock-up are in two way. You can't just download anyhow. You understand? You need to at least, you see, we have different type of this mock-up. We have the right version, we have the left version. So if you want to download the left version, this is it. That is the one that will facing left. We have the one that will facing right. Format is a PSD file. It's no background. You understand? And this is the size for you to know the size of the design you are going to make. It is a smart object that can transform. Then the PSD size you see is 18.5. Then you can what? You can use it on two what? On two software. That is Photoshop and Photopea online. You can see that. So you need to think of that before you started running the markup. So we have different kind of other mockups here, as you can see. So now let us assume we want to download this. How can we download? So you can just come here, tap on it. You see, this is the left they are talking about. See how the left face the left side, while the right face the right side. This is not common, right? It's not common. So you can tap on it. I decided let go with that. So when you tap on it, we see how the results shows here. I think it must have been downloaded. Let me check here. Check my download folder. So it has not downloaded. What's wrong? This is it. Then I need to click download. Okay, sorry. So we already clicked. This is the left version of you can download there. It means something is wrong. You can reload anyway. So let's say whether we can be able to download. Just as we tap on the download, we should be able to. By the time it do happen anyway. Once it happen that way, let me still tap on this. At times the link might be malfunctioning. So this is the glass mockup. So we should be able to. So I'm the one clicking the wrong thing. Sorry guys. You can see at the bottom. Let me back. At the bottom here. Let me show you what I did. So you can see at the bottom here. Look at this place. You can see this is where the download link is. So I'm showing you this for you to know. Say I didn't even check this, but since I have ideas and I have experience about this thing work, that's why I decided to show you the videos on how you can just do it. So if you download 3D glass, this is counting. If it is not what work, they say click on this please click here if download doesn't run automatically. So which means if the thing not start automatically in 1 second, so we are going to tap this. You can see it has started and I've tapped it. So immediately you tap it, you must see this. Immediately I tap it to open, Z-Archiver must pop up because that's the only application I can use to extract. Now that I type, I will open it. You are what? How can you identify if a mockup? It must end with .psd. You can see we have any file here. The file extension here is, look at the first one, that's DS store, it's not a mockup. You can see 3D glass window logo mockup. You can see .psd. This is the PSD file. Now we have a license here for you to use it. Then there is a preview. This is the preview of that mockup. You understand? So now you tap on this 3D glass mockup, click on extract. Immediately you tap on extract, wait a bit. You have to know where you are extracting to. So I want to extract on my download. So I have to tap here. So if I want to create a document, let's say it's better you create a new document. Immediately you tap on that. Look at this button arrow is facing down. Tap on this plus sign, new folder. Then you can now say my new mockup 2. Click OK. Now place it. You can see this is it. Look at the name you use to save it, right? How can you know whether it's there? Click on file. Click on Z-Archiver. When you tap on Z-Archiver, go to download. Then go down. You can see my new mockup 2. This is this. Very good. Now let's heading back. Let's heading back to our Chrome browser. Now tap here. Then you go to your Photopea. Okay. So when you get to your Photopea, the next thing to do is to tap open from computer. Click on file to access your folder. Now tap these 3 line dots. Scroll down. You will see Z-Archiver will be the last one. Tap on it. Tap on download. Remember where you save it to. My mockup, my new mockup 2. Now tap here. You see it will load. So there's no any magic in that, and that's why I use this simple markup. You see the one we downloaded is even with the right. I will go back later to go and do that, but for the purpose of this, now tap on the layer. This is the layer, the one I'm clicking. You see your logo, double click here, the middle. Now hide it, hide the second one. You see there's something like I icon, EYE, hide it. Now close it. Tap on the file. Click open and place. Don't click open, open and place. Click on file. Now locate where you have that design we make on our WhatsApp, on our Pixellab now. So I want to position it. So I'm going to my image, my Pixellab. Then where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is it. Let me see. Perfect. Now for you to have it bigger, you can drag it. Just drag it to fit in. So you can see, right? Drag it. So you can see, right? So after that, the next thing is to click on file, click on save with smart object. Note, if you miss any of the steps as I show you here, you will not see smart objects. So don't be saying, I don't see the smart object in my own. Why my own is like this? Follow the steps strictly. Do you understand? After you tap that, some people will be saying, hey, it's not transform automatically. You need to click something. It won't transform. This is your phone, okay? Tap here. Tap 3D glass. This is the one you are looking for, not your logo. You can see the result has changed. So some people will be looking at their screen without pressing anything, think maybe it will transform automatically. No. Tap here. This is the one at the top. Look at the top. Look at the top of this layer. Look at, there is a 3D glass, there is a logo. This is the way if your design is on this one, it won't transform. You have to click here for it to change. Now it has changed. You can edit, you can further edit. You can see the way it look. If it's the color and everything is too much, you can edit. Look at this one where we have light. There is something like black there. You can tap on this one. Don't hide it. And if you have opportunity to mistakenly open this window, just drag to the left and close it. Okay, now how can you hide this one? You can see the opacity at the top. When you tap on anything, it will show address at the top. You can see opacity to be what? To be 50, then fill to be 100. Let's make this one to be 70 so that it won't be too much. Okay, so we make it to be 70. You see, it's more somehow obvious. Now one side is not what? One side is not really dark like that. You can automatically hide this and see how it look. You can see. And if you want it to be darker, you can hide the second one to see how it look. Somehow cool. You can do it that way. You can go to your effect. Under this effect, if you want it to be more radiating, if you don't want the color to be changed, you want to maintain that color, you can have this one to be changed to, let's say, 80, while you change the opacity to something like 60. Then let's see how it look. You can see it will be more brighter than the second one, the first one. And this is how to run a mockup on your Android smartphone using using your Photopea. Now you have your work to be saved. Okay. So, and another thing, updating on this particular application, you don't have to, if you don't subscribe these days, you can give you an advert. Now look at the work. Is this not amazing? You can see, right? All problems solved now. I believe this will help you a long way. And another thing which I'm going to show you in the next tutorial is how to use the mockup inside this particular folder to make use of inside this Photopea website. It has already made template as well that you can use if you don't know how to extract mockup. But that I cannot give you because the mockup there is limited in size. So limited in number. So you might be looking for better one which is not included there. So this is how you can download any. Another thing is, how can you know the mockup that can work on your phone? What I would suggest is this: if you are using a phone that is having a 6 gig RAM phone, 6 gig RAM, I bet it with you can run some certain mockup. So the mockup that you might not run will be limited. So any mockup that is above 250 megabytes, don't run, it can't run. But aside that, and I hardly find those mockup. Okay. Another thing is all this wooden mockup I will run here successfully. Even I'm going to show you how to do that in my next tutorial now. Okay, so you can run that one successfully. And another thing is for those that is having a 4 gig RAM lesser phone, what you can do is that free more space on your phone. If you want to run all those mockup, you can run is all this kind of a mockup. So once you have a lot of things on your phone, why some people will say I have a 4 gig RAM phone, RAM. Then at the end of the day, they have already exhausted almost 3 gig RAM out of it. Then what are we saying? Then your phone is no more 4 gig RAM. You understand? At least if you have a 2 gig RAM, max minimum space, it will really work. You can run whatever you wanted to run. So thanks for watching. I believe this is helpful. God bless you.